You might think that diligently using the bathroom right before your head hits the pillow is the smartest thing you can do for a peaceful night. You're trying to be proactive. But after the age of 60, I need to tell you that very habit could be the reason you're wide awake at 2 a.m., making that frustrating journey to the bathroom yet again. It seems like the most logical thing in the world, right? We've all been told, go try one more time just in case. But the truth is, for many seniors, this just-in-case trip does nothing to solve the root problem. In fact, it often contributes to a cycle of anxiety and hypersensitivity in your bladder, making the problem worse. The real issues are happening hours before you even think about sleep, and they have nothing to do with how much water you drink before bed. They have to do with 5 hidden mistakes that are literally forcing your body's hormones and organs to conspire against your sleep. I'm Dr. Anya, and today I'm going to pull back the curtain on those 5 scientific secrets. And here's the most powerful promise. I'll be counting down the 5 most effective strategies, and the number 1 strategy we'll discuss doesn't just help you sleep through the night, it also helps improve your digestion and dramatically reduces inflammation while you rest. The solution to your chronic 2 a.m. wake-up call is likely not what you think. Stick with me until the very end. We will start with pillar number 5. This is the most foundational strategy, but also the most widely misunderstood: your hydration timetable. The common advice you hear is simple: don't drink before bed, but that is too simple. And if you follow it too rigidly, it often leads to uncomfortable dehydration during the night. The real secret isn't about not drinking. It's about creating a hard, scientifically justified cutoff that respects your age and kidneys. Here is the critical science behind the rule. When you drink water, it's absorbed into your bloodstream, which raises your blood volume. Your kidneys then act as a filtration system, taking that excess fluid from your blood to produce urine. As we age, that kidney filtration rate slows down. It's a normal physiological change. Therefore, you need to allow your body adequate time to complete this entire process, to absorb the liquid, filter it, and for you to fully empty the bladder before you are asleep. The rule is this: draw a line in the sand 3 hours before your intended bedtime. This gives your system the full window it needs. If your bedtime is 10:30 p.m., your final glass of water or cup of tea should be finished no later than 7:30 p.m. And one important note: don't try to camel up and drink a huge amount of water right before the 7:30 p.m. cutoff. Taper your hydration throughout the day. Your goal is to consume most of your daily water intake by the late afternoon, keeping you hydrated without overloading your system right before your body needs to shut down. We move now to pillar number 4. This builds directly on our hydration timetable and addresses a critical mechanical problem. Simply going to the bathroom once before bed often isn't enough, especially after age 60. This leaves residual urine behind, and that small amount is enough to force you awake just a couple of hours into your sleep cycle. This is where the double voiding technique becomes a powerful solution, a method frequently recommended by urologists to ensure maximum bladder emptiness. Here is how you execute it. Go to the bathroom as you normally would, about 30 minutes before your planned bedtime. Sit down, relax your pelvic muscles, and let your bladder empty naturally. Crucially, once you're finished, do not just get up and leave. Stand up, walk around for a moment, or simply wait for about 30 to 60 seconds. Then sit back down and try to urinate again. You might be surprised that you're able to release a little more urine. That brief pause and change in position allows the bladder to resettle and any remaining urine to drain to the bottom, making it easier to expel on the second attempt. The science relates to muscle mechanics. Your bladder muscles can lose some coordination with age. This simple two-step process, the first void empties the bulk and the pause allows the rest to drain, is incredibly effective at removing that small amount of residual urine that would otherwise wake you up. This is a simple, mindful technique that makes a world of difference for sleep continuity. We now move to pillar number 3. This is a massive one that most people completely overlook, often because it involves things they think are healthy. We call it the sunset dining method. What you eat for dinner and when you eat it has a direct, profound impact on how much urine you produce overnight. Many common and seemingly healthy dinner foods are actually natural diuretics. They force your body to produce more urine. Combining these diuretic foods with a late dinner is a recipe for a sleepless night. For instance, that large, delicious salad you ate for dinner seems healthy, but tomatoes, cucumbers, and celery are all known natural diuretics. Even a simple dessert like a bowl of watermelon, cantaloupe, or citrus fruit has very high water and potassium content that makes your kidneys work overtime. And don't forget the ultimate hidden culprit, salt. A salty meal, like takeout or frozen food, makes you thirsty, you drink more, and the salt itself forces your kidneys to pull extra water from your body to flush it out. But the timing of the meal is just as crucial as the content. Eating a large meal late, say after 8 p.m., means your entire digestive and urinary system is working at full capacity right when your body is supposed to be shutting down for rest. Your digestion requires water, and the metabolic byproducts of that food all need to be filtered by the kidneys. Studies show a direct correlation between late, heavy dinners and the incidence of waking up at night. The metabolic load placed on the body late at night disrupts the natural circadian rhythm of your kidney function. Here is your actionable plan. Aim to eat your last major meal of the day at least 4 hours before your intended bedtime. If your bedtime is 10 p.m., dinner should be wrapped up by 6 p.m. This gives your digestive system and kidneys a chance to complete their work before you even lay down. If you need a snack later, make it small and protein-based, like a handful of nuts, not fruit or chips. We move now to pillar number 2. This might sound completely unrelated to your bladder, but I assure you it is deeply connected. We are talking about your sleeping environment, specifically the temperature of your room and the clothing you wear. The clinical phenomenon is called cold diuresis. Here is the science you need to know. When your body gets cold, especially your extremities, your hands and your feet, it initiates a process of vasoconstriction. This is a survival mechanism designed to shunt blood away from the skin surface and push it toward your core to keep your vital organs warm. This shunting of blood increases the pressure in your central arteries and veins. Your body, specifically your kidneys, senses this increase in central blood volume and misinterprets it as fluid overload. The kidney's immediate hormonal response is to filter out what they perceive as excess fluid to lower the blood pressure, and they do this by producing more urine. You're essentially tricking your own body into making you have to pee all night long simply because you are too cold. The proof for this is well established. Studies show that even a mild drop in core body temperature during sleep can significantly increase nocturnal urine production. So here is the actionable plan for your sleep cocoon. Check your thermostat. Experiment within the range of 65 to 69 degrees Fahrenheit, about 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. For seniors with poorer circulation, aiming for the slightly warmer end of that range is critical. The sock rule, crucial. Cold feet are a primary trigger for this vasoconstriction. Always sleep with socks on if your feet tend to get cold. I recommend wool or breathable thermal socks to maintain warmth without causing overheating. Bedding. Use natural, breathable fabrics like cotton or bamboo. The goal is to be comfortably warm from head to toe all night long to avoid triggering the cold diuresis alarm. We have finally arrived at the #1 most overlooked secret weapon against waking up at 2 a.m. This is the powerful scientific issue that most doctors and most patients entirely miss: your sleeping posture. Your sleeping posture can either compress your bladder and surrounding organs, creating a false sense of urgency, or it can create space and tranquility within your abdomen. The single worst position for nocturnal urination is sleeping flat on your back, supine position. When you lie flat on your back, the weight of your abdominal organs can press directly down on your bladder, sending false signals to your brain. But that's not the biggest problem. Sleeping on your back also worsens or triggers sleep apnea. When your breathing repeatedly stops during an apneic event, your heart begins to strain. In response to this strain, your heart releases a powerful hormone called ANP, atrial natriuretic peptide. ANP is a natural stress signal, and its sole job is to tell the kidneys, the body is under pressure, excrete sodium and water, make more pee. This is the ultimate scientific reason you wake up at 2 a.m., even if you stop drinking water 5 hours earlier. Your heart is literally commanding your kidneys to fill your bladder. The best position is sleeping on your side, specifically the left side, which aids overall circulation. But just sleeping on your side isn't enough. You need to do it correctly. This is where pillow placement becomes critical. The key is to place a firm pillow between your knees. This simple act aligns your pelvis, reduces pressure on your bladder, and prevents the positional apnea that triggers the ANP hormone. You are not fighting your bladder. You are fighting physics and hormones. Aligning your body correctly reduces both the physical pressure and the physiologic stress that are major drivers of your 2 a.m. wake-up call. So, my friends, today we talked about more than just a few tips. We talked about a complete, holistic system for reclaiming the deep, restorative sleep that you truly deserve. We discussed the 5 pillars that govern your sleep and your bladder, how to time your hydration correctly, how to eat to keep your kidneys calm, the sunset dining method, how to create the perfect thermal environment, the sleep cocoon, and the ultimate secret, how aligning your body with a simple pillow fights the hormone ANP that is forcing you awake. I'm not asking you to change your entire life overnight. That's overwhelming. I'm asking you to trust the science we discussed. Your job starts now. You are not fighting your bladder. You are fighting physics and hormones. Your final challenge is this. Pick one pillar, the single idea that resonated with you the most. Maybe it's the sunset dining. Maybe it's the simple act of putting a pillow between your knees. Try it tonight. Try it for 3 consecutive nights and observe how you feel. Which one will you try first? Let me know your choice in the comments below. I want to hear your plan because your commitment might motivate someone else in our community to try it too. If this video gave you a sense of clarity and hope, please subscribe to the channel and join our community. I'm Dr. Anya. May your nights be quiet, long, and deeply restful. And I'll see you in the next video.